Today, I'm going to discuss with you the use of emphasis markers for persuasive purposes. But before that, let's define first what is a persuasive writing. Are you familiar with persuasive writing? Do you have any idea? Persuasive writing is writing that aims to convince the reader of an idea or an opinion to take action. To be persuasive, we must make careful word choices, and these are what we call emphasis markers. What do we mean by emphasis and emphasis markers? When we say emphasis, it is a form of exaggeration or amplification, making things bigger in some way than they really are. While emphasis markers are words and expressions that emphasize a point according to their categories and functions. We use emphasis to draw attention to things. However, beware of overusing it, as this will lead people to ignore what you say and possibly try to avoid altogether. These are the most common emphasis markers. Let's start with emotive words. Emotive words are words designed to evoke emotions and make people feel a certain way. If we can be able to make people feel a certain way, then likely we can make them think a certain way to agree with us. Here's an example of statement using emotive words. The dog was abandoned in a filthy street. Can you spot the emotive words used in here? Abandoned and filthy to make the readers feel sorry for the dog. Let's proceed with the next one. Personal pronouns. In persuasive writing, we should talk to the reader, and we can do this using personal pronouns such as you, your, as, we, as well as words typed together. Involving the reader creates a connection between the writers and readers. It makes the issue more personal and make it more important to the reader. Here are some examples of involving the reader using personal pronouns. We heal as one. For this example, the writer used the personal pronoun we, indicating that the reader is involved in healing the country from COVID-19. Another emphasis marker is the exaggeration. Exaggeration is making something seem much better or much worse than it really is. We use exaggeration sometimes by spicing up tones to make them more fun or simply to highlight our points. Here's an example of an exaggerated statement. I was walking along when suddenly this enormous dog walked along. It was as big as an elephant. What do you think is this exaggerated sentence here? It was big as an elephant. The dog may have been big, but it was certainly not as big as elephant. Let's proceed with the next one. Repetition. Repetition is saying the same word or phrase more than once for emphasis. Repeating keywords, phrases, or ideas can be an effective persuasive technique. Look at this quotation from Edward R. Murrow. To be persuasive, we must be believable. To be believable, we must be credible. To be credible, we must be truthful. Can you see the repetition in this example? The writer repeats the words and phrases we must be believable and credible. The writer repeats words and phrases here, which is a highly effective way to increase the odds readers believe what he is saying. And the last one is what we call imperatives. Imperatives is using commands or instructions. The writer used imperatives to gain the reader's confidence about the topic. Let's have an example. We must stand up to the government and fight for our rights. This statement is much more persuasive than, well, if we're all unhappy and we want few things to change, maybe we should think about discussing this with the government. Readers have confidence in writers that are sure-footed and strong. Imperatives are an effective way to ensure persuasion. And now that you already know the emphasis markers, let us make you fully ready to write your persuasive text by recognizing these simple steps on how to write a good persuasive text. In persuasive writing, just follow ORIO. O for opinion, R for reasons, E for example, O for opinion. In writing your persuasive text, it is very important that 1. To clearly state your opinion, you have to tell the readers how you think and feel about something. Number 2, explain a reason for your opinion. Tell your readers why you feel that way. And number 3, give examples to support your opinion. Give examples of why you feel that way, and you have to use sentence starter. Lastly, restate again your opinion. Restate once again your opinion. Tell your readers one more time about how you feel about your opinion. Let's analyze this with an example. This pie is so delicious. You will want to buy it now. Pies are on sale today for 10 pesos. What a great price! Eating pie is good for you, and you can get it for an affordable price. Hurry, avail this delicious and nutritious pie for less today. Do you think the writer used Oreo in writing this example? Yes. Because the writer, if you can see, clearly state his opinion, explain his reason, give examples, and restate once again his opinion. I hope you learned a lot from today and ready to start your persuasive reading test. Thank you so much for listening.